back with family, but broken inside. This is Samia David. She was trafficked to China and married off to a stranger. After just 2 months, she returned to Pakistan, deathly ill.
She was also malnourished, very, very, very low weight. According to the height and weight criteria, she was very lean, so slim.
A month later, she was dead. Samia's story is not unique and is part of a disturbing wider trend in human trafficking. Chinese men seeking brides are fueling an illegal but lucrative cross-border practice. It targets girls and women often from Pakistan's impoverished Christian minority. Lured by the promise of a better life and money for their parents, they're told they're going to marry wealthy Chinese Christians. More often than not, they end up in some of China's poorest and conservative areas, where its one-child policy has led to too many men and not enough women. Once across the border, young brides are at the mercy of their new husbands.
I lived with him in one room. My fighting started from in pregnancy, yeah. There are a lot of spiders because my room, behind my room is mud. I told him these spiders are here, I feel itching, I'm not feeling relaxed, and he's not listening. He said, no, you don't know, you're crazy, and he...
Other women have described coercive behavior, physical abuse, and even forced prostitution.
Whatever the Chinese grooms want to do with them, they can. No one is there to see what happens to the girl. It's the height of cruelty.
But also a profitable business that's practiced openly in China, although Beijing says it has zero tolerance for any illegal cross-border marriage behavior. A Pakistani investigation into the trafficking networks led to a number of arrests last year, but efforts to bring the traffickers to justice have stalled. Investigators say they've come under pressure from government officials to curtail their work for fear of damaging Pakistan's increasingly close economic ties to Beijing. And as long as Pakistan turns a blind eye, the lucrative and distressing trade of brides to China will continue.
Joining me now for more on this story is Uzma Noorani. She's the co-chair of the Human Rights Commission of Pakistan. Ms. Noorani, welcome. Why are government officials so hesitant to crack down on bride trafficking into China?
Unfortunately, ever since these cases have been reported, the government's response has been lackluster. And what people are saying is, which is, as you know, that China is a very economic ally of Pakistan, and they are providing us a lot of aid in the form of the CPEC plus military aid. So all these factors, I think, are coming into the picture where these cases are not being addressed as forced trafficking, and the government is not responding in trying to recover many of these girls, and families are reaching out for help.
So that looks like a grim prognosis. Does that mean that these cases we will see more of in the future?
So far, till April 2019, through the travel documents, when initial investigation took place, 629 cases were reported, documented. And even till today, the numbers must have gone up because no action has been taken. So obviously, if the government is going to look the other way, the traffickers will continue with what they are doing, because a lot of people are making money. The local authorities, in the sense the local community gets involved in these trafficking cases because they are benefiting. So we have the local clerics, the madrasas, some of the churches in small areas. So it's also the Christian population that is being targeted, and some the poor Muslim communities also.
Why exactly these poor communities or these minority communities?
I guess the minorities being the poorest, and obviously poverty is one of the reasons that parents agree to sell their daughters.
Right.
And like for the Muslim community, they are told that okay, this is newly like these are Muslim Chinese who have converted to Islam and they're looking for Muslim brides. The parents feel that okay, we are doing a good deed by marrying off our daughter to
Right.
a converted Muslim. But in most cases, obviously, this is not the case. The issue is
Right.
much larger, and we all know the factors behind this marrying or trafficking of young girls. And it's not only Pakistan, but it's spreading to other countries also.
Right. That's where we leave it. But thank you so much for joining us, Uzma Nurani.
Okay, you're welcome.